What's going on, my YouTube family? It's your boy Zary, and I'm here today to talk about some things that you should stop doing if you're doing them early in the account. Now, I had a really fun stream last night, and it was super cool, and after that I had a whole bunch of people DM me and ask, hey, can you put out a beginner's guide? I like the way you break down some characters and things, and I'm not comfortable putting out a beginner's guide to the game yet. Now, the game seems to be holding true, very true, to the closed beta testing, but I want to make sure before I put out a new player's guide. And the one thing I can do is I can go over some things. This Google Play, I've done everything. But anyways, one thing I can do is I can go over things you need to stop doing if you're doing them now. So I'm going to try to get through them as quickly as possible, and we'll go from there. So let's jump into them. So the first thing you need to stop doing if you're doing it is feeding your foodies. Now, people ask me what a foodie does. A foodie is just like a pumpkin or a junk kind of character you're going to feed into another character. But the benefit of a foodie is that it takes so much less jelly to increase the level. So if you get a foodie, you really only want to feed that foodie at 5-star level. It's the most beneficial thing you can do for your foodie, and it's the most beneficial thing you can do to your account to increase your XP. So make sure if you're feeding your foodies before they're 5 stars, stop doing that. It's going to help you extremely progress in your account, and it's going to save that XP jelly resource we're all struggling to get. Alright, the next one on my list here is stop wasting your energy, your bread on farming dungeons this early in the game. More than half the gear I'm using right now is from the campaign, right? Or achievements I'm getting, right? Eventually you're going to want to farm these dungeons non-stop to get better gear. But even at like level 6 in Tulpa, I'm getting 3 to 4 star pieces. That's that's okay. But why waste your energy in that when you're getting 3 to 4 star pieces? Or over here, I'm getting 1 to 3 star pieces. I'm not going to use those. So stop spending your time and auto battling and letting it idle and all that stuff when you can be doing other things like leveling up in the Void Tower, progressing in the campaign, farming materials for glyphs, or farming materials to increase your skills. The cost, and I was guilty at first because I'm like, oh man, I need some of this gear. Well, it was just a waste of my time and a waste of my energy. So make sure, try to progress in them. Every day I go in and I try to progress as far as I can or beat the next dungeon, things like that. Continue to progress in them, but don't farm them until you're getting those 5 to 6 star pieces where it actually makes sense to do that. My next tip is don't worry about overcommitting to a champion. This early in the game, it could set you back a couple hours a day, maybe a week if you went hard. But a lot of questions I get DM'd. Is this person good? What do you think about this person? How about this? If you want to try them, try them. Don't worry about overcommitting on a character right now. Yes, it could stall your progression, but we're in this game probably for the long haul, right? Because a lot of the same people who want super fast progression are then the same people who get bored because there's nothing left to do in the game, right? So enjoy the game, right? Don't worry about overcommitting. Like if I put resources into Barzak, I don't use him anymore, right? That's okay. I only took him to level 40. Yes, I lost some XP jelly, things like that, but I'm going to find a use for him somewhere down the line. So don't worry about overcommitting. Now, should I have put those resources into a Connor at that point? Yes, I should have. But I got Connor to level 48, almost 50. So I'm doing just fine. Don't worry about overcommitting. If you think a kid is cool, you can ask. By all means, ask. I'm not saying that, but don't sit there on a character until somebody answers you. You want to give them a shot? Give them a shot. Stop worrying about overcommitting at this point in the game, because it's not going to set you back terribly. The next thing on my list that you need to stop doing is not checking your events tab, right? underneath your events tab, this is one of the, I've never seen this in a hero collector. There's plenty of stuff to do with very, very good rewards. I mean, this one's simply just logging in. The energy cost event, right? I completed it. I got my legendary shard. But you're going to want to, like here, with this one, spend energy. So this is up. Instead of possibly doing something else like the Void Tower or something like that, I'm going to grind out things that I can put on multi-battle and let it sit. Make sure you're checking your events. Make sure you're checking that events tab to see what's going and what's coming up. They also put out this super cool thing called the events calendar. So say you got a whole bunch of gear. Well, we got a gear enhancement event coming up on the 2nd of December. Yeah, it could stop your progression for a couple days, but at this point, resources, everybody wants them. Hold off. We have a gear collection event running Monday the 29th, so you're going to be farming some gear to try to get that up. Then you can turn around and enhance it. Now, if you get a superb piece that's going to change your character, go ahead and enhance it, obviously. But if there's some things you're leery on, or you got a couple characters you're building in the background, save their gear that you're going to enhance for the gear enhancement event and maximize that. Get all those free resources for doing it. And this one is so cool, it lets you see what is up. And it's amazing. It's really cool. So make sure, stop doing things without checking the events tab. Next one on my list is, if you're not doing this, you need to stop doing it right now. Use your guildmates' heroes. And if you haven't added a hero for somebody to use, need to. And if you're not sure how to do that, you go up to your portrait, you click on your portrait, and then there's a support hero you can add and put in whoever you want. But then it lets people be able to use that. And this is so greatly helped my progression. If you get stuck on a campaign node, you can put in a support hero. And if you're unsure how to do that, because a lot of people have skipped this option over, if I go into battle here, say I'm stuck with this level, I would take out somebody, I go to support heroes, and look at, now I have a level 60 Hydrisia I can add to my team. And it so helps you. The other cool thing about this is, it's not a one-time and use and done. You get 3 uses of that character. I can use Nut Slaps Hydrisia 3 times, so I can save that and use a different piece. Or if you, like, I have a lot of red flame characters at this point. So when I go up against that weak affinity for them, I'm looking for somebody in my support heroes to help out. So make sure you're putting in a support hero if you haven't, and make sure you're using them to progress, because usually it's like the last boss fight you can't get through. This helps you, then you can continue, you get stuck again, borrow somebody's heroes. Next one up, stop not following quests, right? A lot of people are like, I don't know what to do next, what do I do? It's, well, go to your foodie quests, check them out, right? Go to your regular quests, check them out. What do you have left for dailies? What do you have left for weeklies? Right? The rewards in here are so good, right? I mean, I got my weeklies done. Go to your achievements, see what you can pick off. If you're missing XP jelly, make 30 friends. Send out 30 requests, see what happens. You know what I'm saying? So stop not following quests, because the rewards you receive versus not doing them, the direction they point you in is absolutely perfect. So if you don't know what to do, follow your quests. My next one up is, make sure you are reading kits and understanding what they do. I've had a couple people be like, oh, this is my team, man. I'm getting stuck here. I don't know what to do. Well, they have 3 legendaries, but they're all healers, or they're all tanks. Well, you're missing damage, you're missing debuffs, you're missing that. So see what your characters can do for you, right? Take the 5 minutes and read them. I mean, it's okay to ask. I'm not saying that, because there's certain things I still don't understand about kits, and I'm nowhere near being an expert at this game. I'm not saying that. Ask your guildmates. Hop in a Discord. Mine, Bones's, the general chat. People will help you, and that's cool. But a lot of times, people will just say, I don't know what to do. Well, it's like me. My account, when I get Blackthorn, I'm going to have 3 healers, 2 being legendary. Well, a lot of people just see legendary and want to put them in your account. Don't do that. Read your kits, understand them, make the proper composition. Make that healer or that tank, make that debuffer or dispeller with the 2 damage dealers, and you're going to progress so much further. So make sure, stop just blindly throwing people in, read their kits, understand what they do. Next one up is a quick one, but stop not using all of your arena battles, right? Now they're going to regenerate throughout the day, but at least use the 10, and it's super easy to do because we have these 3 challenges that are ungodly easy to get through. Refresh it, do them again. If you get stuck, use your training, get some gems, right? So you can get some gems for premium currency, or you can fight and you can get your arena token. But the other cool thing about this, well, is they have the Path of Glory. There is some good rewards in here. So until you get your Path of Glory maxed out, which is going to take forever, make sure you're using your 10 arena battles, at least 10 a day, because they're really easy to pound out. You can do those 3 quick ones, refresh, do 3 more, wait for the cooldown, next time you're in the game, do that. The Path to Glory has some really good awards. 1200 XP jellies, you're getting pumpkins out of here, you're getting charms out of here, you're getting summoning crystals out of here, right? There's a lot of stuff in here, you know. Advanced Wood Summoning Crystal. This gets you an Elite, Epic, or Legendary out of the Wood Heroes. Why not? So make sure you're using that and stop avoiding the arena. I am not a PvPer. I do not enjoy it. I do not find it fun. Do I do it? Do I do my at least 10 battles a day? Absolutely I do. And the other cool thing is the arena shop here has Abandon. Right? It's going to take a while to get, but look at the gear also. Charms, meal coupons. I mean, gold I don't necessarily think, but even the advanced summoning crystals. Do your 10 battles a day, get your tokens, get some really nice rewards out of here. Okay, then the next one is, make sure you're keeping up on your bounties. Like, I forget about them. Do not forget about your bounties. I do all the time. When you unlock your bounties and you go into dispatch, right? Your dispatch mode is really good. And then they have a dispatch ability. Right? Make sure you're checking that, because I forgot to check that. You know, where you can upgrade dispatch capacity 5, then you can upgrade it to 6, so you can do them all at once as long as you have the heroes to do that. Dispatch gets you some really nice things in return. So make sure when you're doing this, it's simply idle gameplay where you're getting free crap. So make sure you're keeping up on your dispatch. Like, I have an hour 30 left on this one. Probably going to forget about it. I mean, we got holiday decorating. I'm not saying you need to set alarms to come back in here, but it's going to stop me from moving on to the next one. So stop forgetting about your dispatch quest, because I am so guilty of doing that. My next one up is make sure you're paying attention to your farming mat dungeons for that day. Right? If you don't have anything to do, or you think you don't have anything to do, make sure you're still coming in here. Today is the blue day, right? Where we can upgrade to the abilities, right? This material helps you upgrade abilities for water heroes. If you don't have anything to do for that day, or even if you do, you should still go in and maybe run 10 dungeons. Just stock up on that, 'cause the next pull you get, you might get a water hero. Always have them. And the other cool thing is, if we go to the heroes, and why you should continue to do this, because a lot of people are like, I can't farm the legendary ones, it's going to take forever. And yeah, it is going to take forever, because we're not up to that level yet. But you can get yourself ahead. Nature will never forsake you. So if I go into, like, into here, and I go to abilities, I can synthesize this. Right? I can synthesize some of them to get me up. So yes, I might be getting the lower level ones, but I can continue to synthesize and grow. It does cost gold, but gold isn't a crunch in this game. Other things are. Charms. Abilities. Right? Get in there, because one pull, say if I don't farm my water today, I pull tonight, I get a water hero, now I gotta waste time and wait for it to come, right? So stop ignoring those dungeons, get in there and farm them a couple times each day. The other cool thing is, make sure you stop not pausing boosts. Don't waste your time and do that. So if you're unsure what I'm talking about, say you get a jelly XP boost, right? Okay? I'm going to use that. But, oh man, my kids call me, I gotta leave, or whatever the case might be, pause your boost. So say we go into battle,
Edge of chaos,
and over in this corner, you see that little red thing? Click on it. I've disabled it, right? I can add it again. And it's not gonna take time away from that. It's one of the coolest quality of life features. Disable that boost. You can also do it from your home screen, right? If you come up here to bonuses, we have this. Now it's enabled. Now I've disabled it. Pause your boost. Stop. People are like, oh yeah, I got my boost. And then they don't use it because something happens. Make sure you're pausing it. Then make sure you're remembering to turn it on, because I'm guilty as charged on that one as well. Next one up is make sure you're checking the shop every time it refreshes. I gotta give props to this game. I think the shop is one of the best shops in any of these gacha hero collector games I've played, right? And I refresh them one time, every time, just to see, right? I mean, look at a level 3 glyph. I need that. 5,000 coins, that's freaking cake. Fire crystal, I'll take it. Jelly, give it to me. I'll even take the 600 gold. Absolutely nothing. Give me all these crystals for 800 gold, because I'm eventually going to need them. I absolutely love this shop. A 20 crystal cost to refresh it once, and then let it, I mean, it does turn back on your cooldown to 6 hours, but whatever. So in 6 hours when this comes in, I'll go in and I'll check it, then I'll refresh it one more time, and it's really not setting me back anymore. But I saved it for this video. So this gold shop is absolutely crucial. You can get a lot of solid things out of here, so stop ignoring your gold shop. The other thing I find is when I'm helping people out, they've asked me a lot of questions, stop forgetting to change your spells. If I'm fighting a boss, I don't want the stun spell on the boss, right? You're going to want maybe your defense down, you're going to want your healers if you don't have heal. Stop forgetting to check your spells, because it's going to really hinder your progression, so make sure you're doing that, alright? Just the campaign, I want my defensive down, or I might want that stun if I can't get by that final boss. That could help me in the campaign. But in a dungeon, it's not going to help because they're immune to it, right? Make sure you're removing that spell and getting in there, something in there that could really help you out. My next thing is, don't sit idle. Stop sitting idle. A lot of people are like, well, I got nothing to do, because they think they got to farm that water dungeon and it's not open. There's so many other things to do that give you great rewards. I mean, look at all this hero development that you could go through. Obtain 10 elite runes. Do it. Get that free material, and it's going to help you in the long run. You can sync those up. So just don't sit idle in this game. There's so much that can be done. Now, I'm not saying you need to sit here and waste your whole life on this game, because that's not what I want either. But if you have time to play, there's always something to do. Right? You can click on your characters. You can go into your covens. Right? You can try to complete some of these quests. There's fusions in the game you can work towards. Right? You can summon and see if you can get a new hero and work on getting them up. You can progress in the campaign. You can farm the campaign. You can farm your dungeons. You can go into arena. Stop sitting idle when you have time to play. There's a ton of things to do in this game. And finally, my last thing people need to stop doing is not having fun. You get hung up on that one thing and it pisses you off. Guilty as charged, the adventure. Till I figured out that chapter 2 secret room, I sat there forever and I did it. And I lost so much time in progressing and doing things that were more fun. But no, I had to do it. I had that tunnel vision and it needed to be done. Make sure you're having fun. This is a game. Do what makes you happy. You get a character that looks cool but everybody says they suck? Screw it. You want to upgrade them? Upgrade them. Have fun. Enjoy the game. They've put out a really solid product here, so make sure you're doing that. So those are kind of my tips of things people need to stop doing. And yes, you could say it's a beginner's guide, but I think a beginner's guide is more of a do this, then do this, then do this, then do this. This is things that I think you just need to stop doing that's going to hinder your account to have you progress more. And again, I am by no means an expert on this game. I'm just some 40-year-old father of 5 bum who likes making YouTube videos. But people like my opinions, so I like to share them, right? So that's just me. And I'm sure there's other things I'm missing, so leave the comments down below. There are some really, really good beginner guides out there, like Darth Microtransactions. Dan Heilman's got a fantastic one, right? But for me, these are tips, pointers, the things you need to stop doing to hinder your progression. So with that being said, that's what I got for everybody today. I love you all. Thanks for coming out and joining the stream. I'm hoping to have a stream again tomorrow night. So I'll see you all in the next one. I love you. I'm out.